Okay, yeah, that's it. So if you want to travel, feel free to travel, but go for just holiday. Just holiday. If it's not holiday, you'll be going live stream on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on YouTube now. On YouTube. I know people on YouTube want me to teach care, interview questions and all that, but whichever one I'm here, I am here. Especially for those that want to travel. This is something you can do. Holiday does not cost much. In fact, I prefer to stay in an Airbnb. In Airbnb when I travel, but when I go to travel to countries I don't feel safe, a country like Albania, even before going there, I wasn't feeling like, yeah, what if you got skinny? I wasn't feeling like this country is very safe. So I didn't bother. I didn't bother looking for any Airbnb. Eh? Spoon. What is doing here? Media, media. What media the name? She also go on live, please. So I didn't bother looking for any Airbnb at all. I did not bother at all. I didn't look for any Airbnb. Eh? Yeah, hello, I'm here. If you have any question, ask me if you have any question. So please, if you are going to Albania, I would not advise you to book Airbnb, because as a person, I don't think it's safe enough. I'm not sure if it's safe enough. I'm not sure if it's very safe enough to book Airbnb. That's how I see it. That's why I went for hotel. On a normal, I use Airbnb because when I went to Sweden, I booked Airbnb. Same thing when I went to Denmark, I used Airbnb. When I went to France, the same thing. When I went to Switzerland, I also used Airbnb. Same thing with Italy. In fact, Italy gave me the best Airbnb host. Also, when I traveled to Qatar, I did not use Airbnb as well. I'm not even sure if Airbnb works there. What I booked was hotel, which is fine for me. And next month, hopefully, I'll be going to Montenegro. And look, if I had known, it's just that I had no plans for it. If I had known, I would have booked a longer holiday for myself. Then I would travel from Albania to Montenegro, because it is 3 hours by car. By flight, I'm not sure if it's up to 3 hours. I would have just from Albania go to Montenegro, then come back. I won't go to any of those sides again. But because I didn't make plans for it, I have to travel. Maybe this time I'll go with my sister. This time I may need to go with my sister. Yeah. So if I go to Montenegro and If Montenegro is good, if it's they call it Montenegro. If but yeah, thank you for joining. Hi. If Montenegro is good for a country where you can travel and start a living there, good. My husband is fine. He doesn't like to travel. He has phobia for flights. He doesn't like to travel. I try to, sometimes I'll be like, come, let's go together. But he'll be like, no, go. He's not happy to come with us. He doesn't like to travel. He can only travel if he's going to Africa. But for me, that he's traveling from one European country to, he's not in for that. But traveling is my hobby. That's why I'm very comfortable. That's why I'm very comfortable traveling everywhere I want to travel to. But for him, he doesn't like to travel. But guys, I would suggest, from all the countries I've been to, I would suggest, if you want to travel, go to Sweden or go to Switzerland. There are a lot of things to see in Switzerland. A lot of things to see. Although it's very, very costly. They use Swiss francs, their money. It's costly because when I went there, I stayed 3 days in Sweden, and the only thing I used in Sweden was £50 in Sweden. In Denmark, the only thing I used for 3 days in Denmark was £50. Same thing with other countries. But when I got to Switzerland, I had to change £200. £200 just to stay 3 days in Switzerland. The £200 does not include the Airbnb, because it has been booked ahead. Just normal expenses, take taxi. Although I didn't pay for the transport, because the man I was staying in, his Airbnb had a kind of subscription, I think maybe from the government or so. So if you lodge in his Airbnb, you will have free transport. For how long you will stay, it will be free transportation. So, but buying things, paying for places to see and all that, it cost a whole lot of money. Switzerland is expensive, but that country is beautiful. Please, I live in Nigeria, but I'm seriously looking for a job in the UK online. At the moment, sponsorship is not happening at the moment. I'm sorry. I have said it so many times. There's no sponsorship at the moment. There's no international recruitment at the moment. Yeah, so that's it. It's good to travel. When you travel, you have different experiences. You meet people from different backgrounds. You make friends. You see the world from different angles. I love to travel. It's my hobby. I'm not doing it for anything special, but the way you have your hobby. I love to travel. Because this year, I already set a plan this year. I want to visit not less than 10 countries this year, before the year ends. I was supposed to visit South Africa. My friend stays in South Africa. But we didn't plan it well, because from the information she gave me, I was thinking that they will be in summer now. Now that we are going into summer, I was thinking that they will be in summer as well. Not knowing that as we are going into summer, they are going into winter, which is not the right time to travel. It's not the right time for me to travel. So hopefully, maybe by December, I might go to South Africa by December. Because by then, they will be in summer. So, but this year, I will surely visit Germany. I will go to Spain. I'll go to Austria. I'll go to Paris. Yeah, I need to go to Paris. I'll go to Georgia. So many of them. Yeah, we wrote to Dubai, Dubai Emirates, that want to come to Dubai. Guys, you will not believe the response I got from Dubai Emirates. You know, at the moment they don't give visa to Nigerians at the moment. So my husband wrote to them that the wife wants to visit Dubai for her birthday. That was last year November, because my birthday was 19th of November, and that was when we came back from Italy. So he wrote to them that the wife wants to visit Dubai, because I wanted to go to Burj Khalifa. I don't usually come on live. I just say let me come today. First time finding you on live. So he wrote to them. My husband wrote to them that I want to visit Dubai, that I want to see Burj Khalifa. You need to see the response they gave to us. Of course, we already know they don't give visa for Nigerians, but because I'm not living in Nigeria, I can't leave UK to run to Dubai now. It's not possible. So they said they can offer me visa on these conditions. One, I need to have $10,000 in my account. Number two, I will have to fly with Dubai Emirates airline. Number three, they will give me just 72 hours visa, which is 3 days visa. 3 days visa. And I will need to another alternative they gave me is to provide 5 evidences that I have traveled to 5 different European countries and come back without any. So of course I have that one. Oh yeah, 19th of November. Of course I have that one. I've traveled to more than 5 European countries. So all the requirements they listed, we have all the requirements they listed. But the thing is this: if I have to, Dubai Emirates is expensive, it's costly. There are other ship flights. So if I have to use Dubai Emirates, and I have to, I think they even said that, I think they even, they gave us option for a hotel. The hotel I have to stay, they gave me the option. So if I have to travel with Dubai Emirates, and I have to have 10,000, maybe I don't have it, I need to borrow to have, I don't know. Or maybe I don't have evidence of 5 European countries I've visited. Or maybe I have them. Now they will just give me 3 days visa. What will I do with 3 days visa? 3 days visa. Let's say I leave UK on Monday. Monday night to Tuesday night is 1 day. For the whole of Tuesday, what will I do? What am I going to achieve? So for now, Dubai is out of it. That was when I had to take the decision to go to Qatar. And guys, Qatar is another place I can recommend. 100%. Very safe. Qatar is too safe. That country is very safe. If you want, and the country is cheap as well. The only thing is that your flight may be a little expensive, because it's 6 hours flight. It may be expensive just a little. I'm making a fish barbecue. But guys, Qatar is very, very safe. And there are a lot of things to see. I call it gold country because everything is gold plated. Everything there is gold plated. Their stadium gold, their train stations, you know, white and gold, and very beautiful country. It looks more like artificial, you know, everything is more like artificial. Very beautiful. Qatar is a nice place to go for holiday as well. And you know, they use real. It depends on the country you are going from. If you are coming from UK to Qatar, you will not finish £100 though. You won't finish £100. You won't finish it because access to transportation is very easy. You know, their buses, their train stations is very easy. Also, if you want to use taxi, You can book Uber. The way we book Uber in the UK, you can just book Uber. You don't have to worry about the money. They will take it like that. You know. So leave it there. Leave it there. Pori apo shikari agari. Aka pori agari anu biko. Biko gari kwon. He's used to going out, you know. My baby started traveling from 8 months. He doesn't like to stay one place. He's used to going out. He always wants to go out. This is my first time going on YouTube live. My first time going live on YouTube. I'm trying to make fish barbecue. Yeah, so that's it. When you are ready, when you are already living in the UK, you will visit those countries visa free. Yes, for there are some countries you will visit with Schengen visa. Some European countries you will have to visit with Schengen visa. You know, all these Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland, Spain, Paris, Portugal, Austria, Germany, all those countries, you need Schengen visa to visit. But countries like Albania, Montenegro, Georgia, you don't need visa. It's visa free. You understand? Those ones are visa free. You don't need visa to go there. Foil is finished. But living here in this country gives you a lot of advantage. In terms of this traveling, you have a lot of countries you can visit. If you have any question, ask me. I'm here. I'm here. Any question, be it interview, be it travel for the places I've been to and all that, feel free to ask me. There was something I wanted to ask my Muslim friends. There was something I wanted to ask them, because it looks as if where I come from is as if the Muslims where I come from, they appear to be rigid with their religion. You know, they appear to, I don't know how to put it. But some of these countries I've been to, they are just like, you know, normal. You can come in, you know, Nobody is asking you not to put on this one, not to wear this one, not to do this one, not to do, that type of thing. I was surprised when they showed me where I can just pick up something and cover my hair. They are more interested in you covering your hair, and they are more interested in you not going in where the men should go. Apart from that, they don't care whatever thing you are putting on or whatsoever. They don't care. But I know somehow in the north, from my part of the country, you don't dare wear something like that. So I don't know if it's the same. Is it the same Muslims, or I don't know. Even Christians, like sometimes when you want to enter church, they'll be like, hey, your clothes is so short, and this one and that one. These ones abroad, they don't care. They don't really care. And believe me, those people that are enforcing those things, once they travel, their mentality and how they see things will change. But because some of them have not traveled at all, they try to enforce it, and they go extra mile to take somebody's life for doing what they don't want that person to do. And there was this lake, they call it Albania Lake, that we visited. That Albania Lake, there is nothing much to see there. There is nothing so much to see in that Albania Lake. This is just like, we have rivers and, rivers in our villages. And sometimes for us to go and fetch water, those rivers are very down, deep inside the bush. And you just have a narrow pathway that you can just walk through. Back in my country, we just leave it like that. Some people will even attach some fetish things there and be like, you don't have to cross this place by this particular time in the night and all that. If you do, this one will do you and the other one will happen. But these countries, they make money. They make money from these things. Like that Albanian Lake that I went to. You can go back and rewatch that video. That place was a long walk. They have a long pathway, different angles. Different angles. They tied, in between the forest, they made a pathway, different angles, and under the bushes, they combed it, they planted more flowers, more trees and other. They made it look so beautiful that Kediyobu. Oh, heavy when he do be a mission warrior. No, can carry for a call. Bye. So they decorate it and made it so fine. They were putting names of people that discovered that, all those things. And people come from different places just to go and see. And they make money. They make money. To be honest, if my country begins to, improve on what we have, we can generate money. People can start people will start coming to see a lot of things that we have. All those old things, they call it shrine, they call it this one, they call those things, it can be monetized though. People will come and see, as it can be monetized. There was this cave in Anambra State. There was this cave, Ogunike Cave, I think. That Ogbunike cave, if that place is well developed, guys, that community will be making a lot of money. In fact, the state will be generating a lot of money. Because have you been to Ogbunike cave in Orumba, Anambra State in Nigeria? Have you been to that cave? If such thing happens to be, abroad, if such thing happens to be in this country or any other part of European country, people from different places will be coming to see. They'll be coming to see. They will pay money. They will pay money to come and see. Look at when I went to Qatar, they call it National Museum. How much did I pay? I think 50 real. I think 50 real was what I paid. Either 50 or 20 real was what I paid to go inside the museum to see. And when I went in the museum, there was nothing too much. The only thing you will see there is art craft, where they will tell you stories of how their country began and all that. If we can have something like that back home, people will be coming. People will be flying in from different parts of the country to come and see. And we will make money. We will generate money from there. But I don't know. We are not doing that one. So everybody is much focused on another thing, leaving those things, and they are wasting. They are wasting. That Ogbunike cave, the day I visited Ogbunike cave, in my mind I was like, this thing happens to be abroad, these people will make a lot of money. They will make a lot of money. So if you have not visited, try and visit. I don't know how. I cannot guarantee you about safety. To be honest, I can't guarantee you about safety of the place. So I'm not even recommending for you to go. Because I'm not sure if your safety will be guaranteed. But if they happen to improve that thing, make it very safe for people, put security, put everything, put fare. People will come, they will pay whatever fare just to go through the cave and see what is inside. But we are not ready for that yet. You see, there is this one they call Agro Lake, still in Anambra State. That Agro Lake, do you know that people can make money from there? People can make money from there. Because I remembered there was a park in London, they call it Hyde Park in London. You see that park, when you go to that park, there is nothing much to see in Hyde Park here in London. That place is just like Agro Lake. If you're in Anambra State, you know where I'm talking about. It's just like Agro Lake, just a lake, and they expanded it in a way that every section, every corner, they have coffee shops, they have restaurants, they have a lot of things. Now that's the lake they have there, that Hyde Park. They have little boats that people can go in, cross, come back, all that. And they make money because you have to pay. I think about either 10 or 15 pounds for you to go inside the boat, just to go around the water and come back. So if they can do something like that, they will make money. People will come just to ride the boat. We are not ready for that. When you travel, you are not going to see heaven. It's not heaven that you will see. You won't see heaven. The only thing you will see is, please, how do you monetize? Please, how are you doing monetization with care or sponsorship? Hope it won't affect. As I want to do this. I I don't know what you are talking about, my dear, about monetization. And I don't know what you're talking about that. I don't know anything about that. Yeah, so I don't know if I don't have information to give you regarding that. Maybe you ask lawyer, or you go to government side and see. I don't know. So if we can put all these things in place, you see, people will be coming to see what we have. But we are not ready for that. Honestly, when I traveled to Sweden, I went to where they call, I have an interview tomorrow for senior healthcare support worker role. Okay, this question is coming from the YouTube. Blessing. Senior healthcare support worker role. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. But you know, for you to pass your interview, after you have applied for a job, I understand, yes, you may not go through the company websites, the job roles and all that when you were applying. Blessing, are you there? Let me be sure you are there before I continue what I'm saying. Are you there on YouTube, Blessing? If you are there, let me know. Just type yes. Yes, okay. So people on Facebook, someone on YouTube asked me a question. She have an interview tomorrow for senior healthcare support worker. Okay, so when you were applying, it is possible you did not read much about them because we do so many applications at the same time. Now, you have to go back and check the job roles. That for senior support worker, you have to go back and check the job roles. Of course, I know that as a senior healthcare senior support worker, is it in the care home or is it in a care home? Do you mean senior carer? Okay, so you just have to go and check whatever. You have to go and check what the job role says. Check the essential criteria. If it's NHS, then for them to shortlist you for interview, that means you meet with the essential criteria and desirable criteria. So go and check what the essential criteria are. What did they state there that you must have? Go and check desirable criteria, what they are expecting. They are happy if you have it, but if you don't have it, it doesn't matter. They are willing to still train you to have that desirable criteria. But essential criteria is a must. If you have stated that you have it and they shortlist you, it's okay. Now you have to go and check senior healthcare support worker. It is good. Then you have to go and check what the job role says. What does the job role says? Now, after going through the job role, your questions will not go outside what your job roles are. Now, the problem now is sometimes they ask scenario-based questions. Like from experience, they might ask you, of course, questions relating to safeguarding is a must. Questions relating to safety is a must. Questions relating to abuse is a must. Questions relating to maybe the trust, what is it called? What is it called? The trust values. The trust values. Make yourself familiar with the 6 C's. Prepare yourself just in case they ask you, because I need you to understand that whatever interview question you are answering, in one way or the other, you are including the 6 C's inside, but you need to know what the 6s are. They are on my YouTube. Just, you don't have to go through all my videos. Go to the playlist, HCA playlist in particular. Make yourself familiar with that. Then scenario based questions. The one they used to ask mostly is a situation whereby you have your environment, you're under pressure, like you have a lot of things you have to attend to at the same time. What do you do? Or in other words, they're asking you about prioritizing tasks. How do you prioritize your task? When you have a lot of things to do at the same time, how do you prioritize your task? So these questions, sometimes they put it in scenario based way. Like one of my fan that went for interview, they asked her, was it my sister? They asked her, you have a patient relative who is asking for the patient file. He wants to have access to the patient file. You also have a patient who vomited on the floor. And you as a person, on your duty post, everything is fine. You have nothing to worry about on the duty post. So when they said you have nothing on your duty post is okay, it means you are the person to attend to those things. What do? You have somebody, a patient who had vomited on the floor, and a resident family member is asking you for the family member's file, the patient file. What do you do? Now, this scenario is telling you that you have 2 people waiting for you urgently. They need your help. What do you do? So this question is seeking to find out how you will prioritize your task, number 1. And remember, in every workplace, safety first. He's seeking to find out if you know when to seek for help, because you cannot do everything. You have to acknowledge that you can't do everything. So how do you answer this question? From what I have explained, safety first in everything. You have to first of all attend to that patient who had vomited on the floor by doing what? Providing a sick bowl for them. And is it your duty to clean what they have done on the floor? Is it your duty to do that? Have you been trained to do it? Do you know the right procedure? Do you know what to do, what to use? Are you going to use your hand or mop or whatever? What are you going to do? Are you going to call the domestic to clean it up? What would you do? But first of all, safety first. What do I mean? You have to provide a sick bowl for somebody who is vomiting. They need sick bowl so they don't keep vomiting on the floor. Now, that thing on the floor you need to take it off. So you have to inform the domestic in charge or the cleaner, whoever that is working immediately, to take that thing to clean it, because someone can step on it and they will have a fall. And you know what it means for somebody to have a fall. It's an accident. It can lead to major whatever. Now, as you are doing that, somebody is still waiting for you for the file. What would you do? And remember, you cannot leave a sick patient to go and get a file, so you have to be there with the person. So what do? You seek for help. You have to call for help, ask for your colleague to attend to the other person. So me, how will I answer this question? I will tell them that safety first. I have to attend to that patient that has vomited on the floor by providing sick bowl for them, just in case they are still vomiting, so they don't keep doing it on the floor. Then I will have to stay with the patient and inform the cleaner who is on duty to clean up whatever thing they have vomited on the floor. And I will seek for help, because I need to stay with the patient to make sure the patient is safe. I will have to seek for help. I will have to call on my colleagues or every other staff that is there to assist the resident, the patient family member, to find their file. Okay, So for the fluid on the floor, we are also trained on how to clean whatever fluid on the floor, be it blood, body fluid or whatever. You cannot use mop to clean it. There is what they call what's the name of this kit? There is a kit, spillage kit. That kit, inside, when someone has vomited on the floor, or maybe there is blood on the floor, bodily fluid or whatever on the floor, if the cleaner is not around, it is your duty to do it. What do? When you get that kit, you have to use, first of all, there is something inside, like it is in powdered form. When you spread that powdered something on that fluid, it will gum, it will form something like a gel. Yeah, when the thing forms something like a gel, you have to put on your gloves. There's another thing inside that pack, like a wipe. You use it and pack it. After you pack it, then you can use mop to clean it later. So you don't just use mop to go to, just in case they ask if you have idea on how to clean body fluid. Yeah, they also ask challenging questions, like if a patient is becoming challenging or a resident is becoming challenging. They also ask, what do you do? They also ask questions on communication. How are you able to communicate to your patient, about their treatment without causing panic? They want to test your communication skill. They can also ask you questions relating to I've said safeguarding, abuse. If you notice your colleague is abusing a patient or whatever, what do you do? Line of report. How do you report it? What again? I will refer you back to my HCA playlist. Many things are there in that playlist on that YouTube. Go through those playlists. But first of all, go through your job roles, go through the essential criteria. If you have the job roles, you can list it. If you have the job roles or the essential criteria, anyone you do not understand, you can write it or send me a message on my Facebook. I can call you and we'll do one-to-one preparation, because whatever thing I'm saying is a general something. I can only be direct if I see what you have as the job role, the essential criteria and all that. Yeah. So that is it. If they say you have to act as a chaperoning, do you know what it means? Do you know the duty? So I have to see. I have to know what the job role says. I have to know what the essential criteria are. What have they said you need to have? I have to see what the desirable criteria are for me to be more direct. I don't know if you understand. Have they say you need to give personal care? Then you have to know how to give personal care. Of course, for you to going for senior health care support worker, it means your position in care, you're no longer a child in that field. So for us to be more direct, we need to go through what the job description says. We need to go through the person specification document for us to be more direct. Aside that, whatever thing I'm saying is just like a general something. Also, I don't know if they told you about maths and English. I've been preparing with your videos. They stand out for me. You break everything down like easy conversation. I pray to have same courage as you. Listen, there is nothing, let me tell you, there is nothing that will make you fail your interview. First of all is confidence. Have confidence. If you have confidence, you pass. Like 50% you passed already. And listen, the position you are going for you to go for senior support worker, it means you have been doing this job. Now you want a bigger position. So whatever question they ask you, you have to answer based on your experience, your skills. Before I forget, they will have to ask you questions on error, near miss, and there's another one. Tell us about a time you made a mistake at work. Tell us about a time you went out of your way to support a patient. Tell us about it. They ask more of scenario-based questions. When they are asking you these questions, what are they looking at? The way you communicate, your experience. Tell us about your skills. Tell us about your strengths. So you need to know what the trust values are. Know what their values are, so that whatever thing you are saying will at least 50% or 70 rather align with what the trust value says. What is their trust value? Do you know what the trust values are? Because they can ask questions there very well. They need to know if, because I know maybe in your what is it called, when you were writing your personal statement, maybe you have told them that their goals align with yours or their values align with yours. What is their values? You need to know. NHS doesn't play with 6 C's, so you need to know the 6 C's: the compassion, communication, commitment, courage, care. They don't play with it. So you have to know what these 6 C's are. Then you also have to know how to use it while answering questions. You have to know. Do you get? It's not a rocket science. You don't have to be scared. Sometimes these people asking you questions, you are better than them. You have the experience more than them. You have the skill more than them. You have the passion more. Most important thing, confidence. Do you get? So you don't have any reason to fail your interview. It's not this, or should be this is what you are doing on a daily basis. So somebody will now come and ask you questions. Tell them that thing you have been doing, maybe in your care home or in the hospital that you are working. If they talk about knowledge about ECGs and all that, I hope you know the readings, the ECG, the readings, the normal from the abnormal, body temperature, blood pressure. They are very simple. Oxygen saturation, all those things are very simple. You just have to prepare yourself. Questions on medication. I don't know if you are allowed to give medication, because this is NHS. If it's care home, of course, definitely you have to give medication. But in the NHS, I don't know if you are allowed to give. I think just the nurses do that. If you have a challenging patient, how do you communicate with them? Communication, very, very important. How do you communicate with them? There are different ways of communication. You don't necessarily need to talk for you to communicate. So, I don't know. If you have any question, ask. If you have any particular question you seem not to understand, ask me. But I know for sure that every video I have on my YouTube, that YouTube you are now, on that playlist, there is no way you will listen to those videos and fail your interview. I'm telling you with all confidence. I have experimented. A lot of people have come back with feedback, which if you are following me on TikTok, you will know what I'm saying. It's just that now I don't even have strength anymore to be posting receipts, people coming back to say this and that and all of that. I've also prepared somebody from what's the name of that country again? Zambia. I prepared a guy from Zambia He applied from Zambia. He got the job in the UK. I prepared him for interview. He passed. So why won't you, that is already in the UK, you already have experience, why won't you pass? You will pass. So you don't have to be scared though. You must get the job lesson. You must get it. One of my friend, if you guys, oh sorry, this is not TikTok, this is Facebook. I think TikTok people are more familiar with that story. One of our family friend I prepared for interview. In fact, she has been in this country for 5 years, applying for job she's not getting. So that day I asked her to come, let's do it together in my house. So when she came, I went through her NHS track job. Hey, what she have there, God. I told her, after explaining to her, I said to her, now tell me, if you happens to be the recruiter, would you recruit yourself? She said no. I said, you cannot be applying for job with empty file. Your file is empty. Your supporting document is empty. Your supporting document does not even cover whatever thing they need there. It does not cover the essential criteria. You did not explain what you are doing. What you wrote there is not as if, and you can't use one supporting statement to apply for many jobs. You have to be modifying it. You have to always modify it. Do you get? So that day we fixed everything, fixed her Indeed account, fixed her NHS track job, and we did about four job application. She got 3 invites. I was on TikTok live when she was going for the first one. Now when she went, they did English and math, of which I told her on how to. The mathematics is very easy, but what they are checking during that mathematics whatever is paying attention to detail. This thing is a strength, is also a skill. A lot of people don't know. When they ask you, tell us about your strength, and you say to them that you pay very much attention to details. One way they try or they checkmate paying attention to details is during that mathematics. Because you will see them, they would say that this is medication and the patient have to take this medication 2 times every day. Okay, 2 times every day for 7 days. Now they will ask you the how many total of how many medication will they take in that box for 7 days. Now since they say it's 2 every day, some people will just do 2 times 7. But when you read, if you read what they have on that medication, whatever, that medication cup, if you read what is there, there's possibility that they will say in the morning the person will have to take half, in the night they will have to take half. There's a way they do it, so you must have to read. I'm online with 2 of my phones, so I don't even have my laptop here. I would have read it correctly the way they used to put it. So for you to answer that question, you must have to read whatever. For example, now see this thing, they put direction for use. Now they said dilute. They said use with warm water. Now maybe before then they will say that this thing is used for washing plates. You can only use it to wash plates. Now the question will come, tell us what this thing is used for and how it can be used. Somebody will just say it's used for what, to wash plates. Now somebody who is not paying attention can just one way without reading what the instruction says. So the only person that will pass that test is the person that put that you have to dilute it first, then you have to use with warm water before you even use it to wash. I don't know if you understand the illustration I'm giving. So that mathematics, if many of them will not even tell you that you have 2 sections, English and maths. Some will tell you, some may not. Some of them do not. When you come there, you write maths. Because I have somebody that said, I did not even know we are going to write mathematics. So it is very easy. You just have to pay attention. Whatever thing they draw on that place to say that this is a medication and this patient have to take it so and all that, you have to read it very well. to know when they will take 2, maybe 2 morning, 2 afternoon, 2 nights. Now you have total of 6 in one day. Then you have to multiply by how many days. There was one they said, Mr. Paul, somebody have to leave. They need to get to work at 8 o'clock. The person left house at 6 o'clock. They got to the bus stop at 6:50. What time do you think they will get to work? Those type of things. So you have to pay attention to those things. You have to. The mathematics, you can even solve it without calculator. You don't need calculator, but you have to pay attention. When you pay attention to those things, you will see that it is easy. So paying attention to details, I think, is one of the things they are trying to checkmate with that, because the mathematics doesn't make sense. It's not a rocket science. It's not further maths. But if you don't pay attention, you will fail it. You must fail it if you don't pay attention. Yeah, so that is it. Bless you, you don't have to be scared though. You have to get this job. You don't have to be scared. One thing I can assure you is this. Because the time frame is very short. The time frame is very short. And I have other things I'm doing, so I might not promise you that I will get you one-on-one, because for me to do one-on-one with you, I have to go through the job descriptions, the person specification document, what you have, the application file. I have to go through it. The time frame is very short. I'm going to work tomorrow. But the only thing I can tell you is that if you can go through that playlist on my YouTube, you're already there, because I'm talking to you, you're on YouTube now. Take out your time, scroll down, old videos, scroll down. There's no way you will not pass. Do not cram it. Of course, the way I teach, I don't teach you to cram. I don't do that. I'm a teacher by profession. I don't teach you in a way that you just have to cram it, so that when you get there, they will ask you, what is safeguarding? You just say, safeguarding is protecting the resident, the patient, from all forms of abuse, harm, and neglect, and you will keep quiet. That is not how I teach. I teach you in a way that you will know what is safeguarding, you will know the importance, you will know the types. By the time I explain everything, you by yourself, you will understand what that concept is all about, and you will explain it the way you understand it. So I can assure you, go through those playlists on that YouTube and you are good to go. Build your confidence. Keep on talking. Keep on talking. Do not stop talking. When they ask you questions, keep on talking. Keep on saying things. And for you to keep on talking until they stop you, you must have a deep knowledge of what you are talking about. Because it's not easy to keep on talking. Okay, let me use this safeguarding for example. After, maybe for example, they ask you what is safeguarding, and your answer is all about protecting the patients or the vulnerable people you care for from all sorts of abuse, harm, and neglect. Now you go further to tell them that a patient can be neglected when you don't provide their need. A patient can be neglected when you refuse to attend to whatever thing they need. A patient, you move on to tell them, talking about abuse, a patient can be abused in so many ways. You start telling them that when you speak to a patient rudely, when you call them names, when you speak to them in a manner that you shouldn't, you are abusing them emotionally. You are taking away their self-esteem. You are making them feel unbalanced. You are making them feel I shouldn't be there. You are making them feel you are giving me too much job. You are here to stress me out. When you steal from them, when you take maybe a patient, they brought a patient to hospital, they have got some valuable things, maybe gold, jewelries, and all that, even in the care homes. When you take all those things, or maybe a patient will be like, can you help me and get something in the store and all that? You use their credit card or their debit card or whatever to also purchase things for your own self. Taking their valuable things from them. That this is a financial abuse, you don't have to do it. You can go ahead to tell them that when you touch a patient or a resident in a place that you are not supposed to, you spank their bum, you do this, you tell them that this is sexual abuse and you are not allowed to do it. You tell them that you are not supposed to hit a patient or a resident. You're not supposed to kick them. You're not supposed to force them to do anything they don't want to do. That when you do it, that this is physical abuse. Now you go forward to, if you can explain all these things, it means you have good knowledge of what you are saying, and it means you are aware of what you are talking about. And for you to have that awareness, you cannot go against it. I am a carer. I know what I will do to my resident, and I have abused them, and I know the consequences if I do that. So why should I do it? Do I want to go to jail? No. Do I want to destroy my career? No. So I wouldn't do those things. I think in one of the posts I scheduled to drop tomorrow, I was telling people, please, it's okay. I was telling people, please, you don't have to force your residents to shower every day. You don't have to do that. Some of these elderly people, they shower once a month. They are not dirty. They are not incontinent. So why should you force a resident who is in one place? They're not even going out, just from their room to the dining to the TV room, go for activity. They're not even sweating. So why would you come in the morning and you say, hello, Mrs. A, you need to have shower? And they're telling you, leave me alone, I don't want to have shower. You go into the bathroom, you get water, and you make them wet. You pour water on them to soak their dress or whatever, just for you to get them up from the bed to give them shower. You don't do that. That is an abuse. You don't force them. So if you know all these things, you want to give them food, they say no, they don't want to have food. You don't have to force them. All you have to do, you give cornflakes. They say no, I don't want. Offer oats. I don't want. Porridge. I don't want. Offer Weetabix. I don't want. Give them milk to drink. I don't want. Give them tea. Give coffee. Keep giving so many options. They might end up taking one. As you are giving, you are documenting. You don't have to force them. Because forcing them is what gets us into trouble. Look at all these clips everywhere. People are getting into trouble. Why? Because they are forcing them. It's no longer resident-centered. It's no longer patient-centered. When you force them, it's no longer patient-centered. Because what do they tell us? We give care according to what they want. But when you start giving care according to what you care and want, you are going against it. It becomes an abuse. Do you understand? So you don't force them. And if you learn that style of care, you will be saved from a lot of things. I'm being honest. Go and check some clips on TikTok and YouTube and all that. The latest one that the one that her case was transferred from Westminster to Woolwich High Court, the one they transferred. What happened? The woman, the carer, was dragging the resident, was dragging the client. She held her neck or his neck and was dragging the person. Why? Maybe because they had a fall. And that reminds me, you see questions about fall, you are likely not to skip it. Why? Because there is 100% possibility that a patient will fall down or a resident will have a fall. So when it happens, what do? When a resident have a fall, unwitnessed fall, witness fall, whichever one, what do? Do you raise them up from the floor to put them back in bed? The answer is no. All you have to do is to ring the buzzer. You call for help. Help will come. And if they need to call ambulance, they will have to call ambulance. Do the body map. Record what has happened. And that is it. Nobody is going to fire you because a resident had a witness fall or unwitnessed fall. when you talk about witness for it, maybe you saw when it happened. Maybe you were just coming and they slip off and fall. That is witness for, because I have witnessed a fall where a resident was walking to the dining room, and what happened to him? The slippers he was putting on was not conducive. So the slippers he was putting on sticked on the floor. He couldn't move his leg anymore. He fell down. So because I witnessed it, I was able to explain what happened, and that will help the paramedics or whoever that will come, ambulance, that will help them with the treatment. You know, the way you witnessed it, you explain what you saw. If you did not witness it, you have to record that as well. You didn't witness, you just came and you found them on the floor and you called for help. If they are responding or they are not responding, it is not your duty. Your duty stop at what? Calling for help. What help? It could be to alert others. It could be to call ambulance. And when they come, you explain what you saw, what you have done, and you document it. Now tell me, that lady that was dragging that resident on the floor to put them back in bed, tell me what her problem is. They want to force them. You can't do that. So, Blessing, in the case of fall, what do? You already know. Because for you to go for that position, I believe you know what I'm saying. So you don't bring them up. Because we can't even, listen, even if you are hoisting a resident and they fall off from the hoist, so long the hoist, you know, because every hoist or whatever equipment we use, both in the hospital or in the care home, they check it and they put the date for the next check. So if everything is still within the time frame, the sling is fine, the hoist is fine, accidents can happen. A resident is working with a Zimmer frame or a patient is working with a Zimmer frame, they trip and accidents can happen. Even at home, sometimes we fall down, accidents can happen. So you don't have to conceal it. You don't have to start raising the person up to put them back in bed and cover it up. You don't have to do that. You are not helping yourself. You are killing your back. You are also not helping the patient, because that patient needs to be observed. They need to be examined. Yeah, so that's it. Blessing, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. You will pass your exam. Just build that confidence. Tell yourself, I know what I'm doing. Tell yourself, I want this job. Tell yourself, whatever thing they're going to ask me, I already have the experience. I already have the skill. I will answer what I know. If you feel you have any question coming on your head that you are not very sure of how to answer this question, ask me. If you cannot ask me here on YouTube, type it for me in my Facebook. I can easily send you voice record on how to attempt such question. But I'm still telling you that whatever questions I have on my HCA healthcare assistant playlist on that YouTube, go through it, you are good to go. Because I exhausted everything. Sometimes when I go through that playlist, I don't see anything new to teach, but I have to be doing it all the time. Because you know what? Every time I do training, every time I learn new things. So I have to keep on teaching. If you have any question, people on Facebook watching me, you can ask. I'm live on Facebook. I'm also live on YouTube. So what I was saying, sis, was a question that comes from YouTube. If you have any question, feel free to ask. I'm here to respond. The one I can. I don't know everything. I don't know it all, but anyone I know, I will answer. Yeah. I have 6 people watching me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Julie Peter, just in case you want to check me out, you want to subscribe. I'll be grateful. Julie Peter, JuliPeter. Z. Yeah, I'll type it. Just in case you want to check me out. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscription is free. Yeah, so that's it. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. For those preparing for their healthcare assistant interview, ask me. For those wanting to know more about Albania, where I came back from now, for holiday, for vacation only, do not travel there to start for settlement or anything. Do not travel to Albania to settle. You will regret it. I'm being honest. You will regret it. Okay, Blessing, I think I'll end this live so I can check you out, or your message, the message you sent to me, because it's almost 8:11. Yeah, so I'm gonna end this live both on YouTube and Facebook because there's no question coming anymore. No more question coming. Okay, people on YouTube, thank you for joining. I have five people here. This is my first time coming live on YouTube. And Benny, you were the one that reminded me. I did not even Chamaka have told me, Barris have told me about coming live on YouTube to teach, but sometimes, because I'm so used to TikTok, but now that TikTok is doing their thing, I'll be coming live on both YouTube and Facebook Live. I think that's what I'll be doing more. I used your process. It worked perfectly for me. Congratulations. I also I made a screenshot this evening. Somebody said, I came back to thank you. She got a job. It was all because of my videos. And, we've been getting a lot of that. There's a way you will get positive feedback. You will stop counting. The time I counted 100, it's been a long time. 4 or 5 months ago. So I'm happy. That's my motivation, that people are getting job, people are passing interview. I do it for free. I'm not taking any kobo, any pence. No, for free, because the more I teach, the more I learn. No worries. Whenever I come on Facebook, I'll come on YouTube as well. What if you are taking care of a couple, both have disability? How can I handle taking care of a thank you. Taking care of a couple, both have disability? What do? You can't do nothing. You have to take care of them according to their care plan. Okay? According to their care plan. Agnes, you can only take care of them according to their care plan. Whatever thing that is outside their care plan, do not do. Do what is in their care plan. Caring for them according to their care plan is person-centered. It is according to what they want. That is what is in the care plan. Aside from that, anything extra may be showing some signs of challenging behavior, which you as a carer will have to. That is why during interview they ask questions like, tell us about a time you managed a patient or a resident with challenging behavior. They are expecting you to tell them what challenging behavior is that and how you manage it. Sometimes you have to, as a carer, figure it out yourself. They also ask questions like, tell us about a time you used your initiative to solve a problem. So your manager or the couple children, they cannot find the answer. Sometimes the manager may know, Sometimes the couple children may know because they are their children. They will be like, if my mom or my dad is doing this, please do it this way. This is what we have been doing and is working for us. But sometimes our parents, we don't even understand them. It will happen that outsiders understand them better. So you have to be trying new things every time. That's why you are a carer. We care for everything. You have to be trying new things. So it depends on if you are comfortable to share maybe what type of challenging they are giving you. Maybe if we have advice or we can give you, but whatever thing it is, you just have to be trying new things. New things. Is it that they are not eating? You have to change their diet. If you are the one cooking for them, you have to, what is it that you offer that they don't like? Offer another thing. Is it that they are refusing care? They don't want to have their baths? Did you try in the morning? It did not work out? Try in the afternoon. If it's not working out, try in the evening. It may work out within this, these 3 times. If it does not work out on Monday, it may work out on Tuesday. So long they are not incontinent. If they are incontinent, continent of physics or whatever, sometimes we do best interest. But if they are not, don't force them. I wouldn't know the type of challenge you are talking about. I'm just talking in general. Blessing says, this question about fall or dealing with a patient with pressure sore came out during one of my interview, but that was healthcare assistant. So I don't know if I will expect it in this. My dear, expect anything. Expect anything. Like I said before, questions about fall. This is how they ask it. You walk into a patient room. You found them on the floor. What do you do? Going into a patient room and seeing them on the floor means that this patient had a fall. What type of fall? Unwitnessed fall, because you walked in, you found them on the floor. Did you witness it? No, you didn't witness how it happened. You just came in and they are on the floor. This is unwitnessed fall. What would you do? Like I said, you have to call for help. Ring the buzzer for others to come. Now, it varies in different settings. If this is a private home, as a domiciliary carer, you went in there, what do you do? Call ambulance immediately. Inform your supervisor. Call. If you do what is called simultaneously, like you are doing like 2-3 times at the same time, because this is a case of fall. You call for help. That is the help I'm talking about. And after that, do not forget to tell them that you have to document it. Do not forget to tell them that body map will be done. Now, for you to do body map, that is if they did not take that person to hospital. If ambulance come and they did not take the person to hospital, if you are working in the hospital and the patient had a fall, this is hospital already. You have to call for help. Others will come. You have to do body map. You have to document it. You have to record it. Documenting and record is the same. So you have to document it. It is good while documenting for you to put time. That's why I said paying attention to detail is one of the strengths or skill people skip mentioning when they ask them, tell us about your strength. Because for you to do all these things, it is paying attention to details. By saying, I walked into a patient room at about 2:55. I found that this, I'm telling you, this is how to write the recording. This is how to document it. The staff walked into the patient room. When I say patient, I'm referring to the hospital setting. When I say resident, I'm referring to care home setting. When I say client, I'm referring to those in their houses. Okay? So you walked into a patient room. You found them on the floor at about 2:55 p.m., a.m., whatever time. The staff called for help. The client or the patient was able to stand up on their own to sit on the bed. Body map was done, and the whoever that is in charge, the nurse in charge, was informed. You have finished your job. Whoever that is in charge will take it up from there. Your job is finished. So, but what you must not do is to help them or to carry them off from the floor to put them in bed. Why? Why won't you do that? There are so many reasons why you don't have to do it. Number one is that they are vulnerable elderly people, elderly adults. Their bones, their body is so fragile. You may not see it immediately, but falling down, it could be that their bone, something have happened to their bone. So bringing them up from the floor to put them back in bed, you could cause more harm. They could break more bone. You don't know, you have not been trained on how to raise somebody from the floor, someone that had a fall. You have not been trained on how. It is not your duty. Leave ambulance people, when they come, they will do it. Leave people that have been trained to do. Your duty is to inform, call for help, document what has happened, and that's it. Whether witnessed or unwitnessed. But you have to state if it is witnessed or unwitnessed. If the person was able to get up on their own, they seem fine, please do body map. What I'm telling you is practical thing. This is not gogo. This is what we face on a daily basis. Please do body map. Just in case if there's any tear anywhere, if there's anything you have seen, whether you see or not, document it. They fell down, the patient or said that they hit their hand, they hit their head, document whatever thing they said in their words, not your own words. And you said something about pressure sore. A resident or a patient that had, first of all, prevention. Let's start from prevention. Ways you prevent. Tell us how you can support a patient or resident to prevent pressure sore. First of all, for somebody to have pressure sore, it's not only when a resident or a patient is bedbound. It's not only when they cannot move. That is not only when they can have pressure sore. When a resident or patient is always incontinent, always in physics, always in their urine, the skin is weak, the skin is damaged, they can have pressure sore, which is why we have to toilet them, which is why we have to always check their pad. If they say I'm sorry, now they no longer use the word pad. They now use incontinence support. So if I say incontinence support or I say pad, I'm still saying the same thing. Okay, so that is why they always tell us, put them to toilet them, help them go to toilet, so they will not forget that part of going to the toilet. Remember, whichever way we support them, we must encourage what? Independent. We cannot take it away from them. We must encourage it. So always assisting them to toilet so they can do it in the toilet, or always change it. If it's wet, you change. You don't leave them to be in their pad for a long time, because that can cause pressure sore. Another thing that can cause independence. Another thing that can cause pressure sore is when a patient or a resident is not able to move themselves, maybe due to sickness or the other. You know, someone that had accident, they are not able to move, to walk, to turn themselves. Someone that is very sick, they are bedbound, you know, just thank you, watching from Cameroon. They are on a place, you know, station. They are not able to move right or left, or they are not able to move. Such person is at risk of developing pressure sore or pressure ulcer. If you hear pressure ulcer, skin damage, pressure sore, it is the same thing they are talking about. Yeah, someone that is bedridden, yes, they are not able to move themselves. Now they are at your mercy to reposition them. Some of them, it depends on the level of risk they are. Some of them, they put 1 hour repositioning, some 4 hours, some 2 hours, it depends. So when you don't reposition them, what I mean, if they are lying on their left side, it is expected that every 1 hour or 4 hours, depending on what the care plan says. You have to reposition them from the left to the right. How do you do it? Remember, you don't use your hands to your bare hand to reposition. We use a slide sheet to reposition, or a slide sheet to reposition. So either left or right, on the back, these 3 places. So it all depends. So you have to reposition them all the time to avoid them developing pressure sore. We also use some cream, some creams we use as well to help protect their skin. Toilet them, always change their incontinence support. And so I hope if question come from any of these two, you can be able to attend to it properly. Thank you for making it easy to understand. Looking for healthcare assistant job, non-experience. Don't tell me you don't have experience. Have you cared for somebody before? Your mom, your dad? When you say non-experience, I assume you have never, since they gave birth to you, cared for a baby or an adult or a friend, or you've never been to hospital to help somebody, or if you have never, then we can start from there. But if you have, do not tag yourself as somebody that do not have experience. Agnes said the husband wants attention all the time, and the wife is someone who needs to be there always, otherwise she falls down. And you happens to be one person caring for these 2 people. It's not enough. Sorry to say, it's not enough. But if that is what they can afford at the moment, and you are able to do it, you accept to do it. If husband is always wanting attention, why not put both of them in the same place? Let's say the living room or the TV, just why not put 2 of them at the same place so you can look after both of them at the same time? How about that? Have you tried that? Do not try to leave the wife in the room or the husband in the room while the other person is in a different location. Have you tried bringing both of them together in one location? Maybe let's say in the parlor, in the sitting room, where 2 of them will be there and you can see both of them at the same time. Have you tried that one? Try it and see if it will work out. Try and see if that will work for you. Husband is sitting here, wife is sitting there, you are in front of them. By so doing, wife will not fall down because you are there. Husband is there as well, seeing you. So see if you can try that. Maybe it will help. You're welcome, Niola. Yeah, so that's it. Blessing. Questions can also come in this independent. Tell us what are ways, or tell us how you can support a resident or a patient without taking away their independence. Without taking away their independence. The simplest answer to that is by involving them in their care. Whatever thing you are doing, you involve them in their care. If you're involving, when you involve patients or residents in their care, you are not taking away their independence. What do I mean? Let's start from morning. You come in the morning, knock on their door. How do you promote their dignity, respect, and privacy? That is where I'm starting from. You come in the morning, you knock on their door. Respect, dignity, privacy. Knock on their door. They give you permission to come in. You seek for consent. You put the light on. Letting them know you want to put the light on. Seeking for consent, you want to offer them personal care, wash, shower, or whatever. Now when you go to the bathroom, you wash them and you ask them, please, can you wash your face for me? If they can still remember where their face are, you are doing good. You do, okay, I will hold the water, wash this place for me, do this for me. Okay, can you comb your head for me? put cream on your face. If they can still remember to do these little things, you are doing well. They are doing well as well. Now you finish, you go to the wardrobe, you open the wardrobe, you allow them shoes, whatever clothes they want to wear. You bring this one out. Do you like this one? No, I don't want it. Do you want this one? I suggest this one is good. We are in summer. This one is colorful. One. Both of you are interacting. You are allowing them make decision, no matter how small. You are doing well. Yeah? Blessing. The man have dementia, so he will leave where we are all sitting, get in his bedroom, call me there to take clothes out of his wardrobe and dressing, asking how do I look. He must be very, very active. If that is the case, thank you, fine. If that is the case, when he go to his room, it can be stressful, but since you have accepted to do it, maybe in the future they will add more somebody, maybe they will add another staff for you. If that is the case, why going to his room? Is it possible to take the wife with you? Just try and make sure that anywhere you are going, just try and make sure and see if there is a way to make sure that both of them are in the same place. But I will also advise you to cry for help. Let them know that this person needs attention, this person needs attention, and sometimes or most times you are not able to put them in the same place to care for them at the same time, and see if they will add staff for you. I do that a lot with my residents. They always make my work. Exactly. Me too. Once we finish breakfast, finish whatever thing I'm doing, I make sure I put all my residents in one place, all of us in one place. Because when you put them in one place, you can easily play with them, sing along, color things, gist, engage them. It is very easy, and your eyes will be all over them at the same time. But when this person is in the room, this person is at the corridor, this person is in the dining, you'll be walking up and down like a mad person. You will not have rest. But when you put everybody together, you will be more in control. Okay, so try and see if that will help. Put them together, my dear. Okay, try it and see if it will help. I'm feeling confident enough to face the panel. Ooh! I told you can do it. Blessing, you can do it. These things are what we know. This is what you have been doing. Just build confidence. Pay attention to every little thing. If they ask you question you feel you don't understand, just tell them, can you come again, please? Just ask them to come again politely. Pay attention. Always give an example. Always give an example. Always give an example. So that is it. Guys, I'm going to log out. If you leave me here, I can stand here. I can teach from now to 12 a.m. I'm not tired though, but I need to log out. I was doing a training. There was training I was doing before I started cooking. I need to go finish it up and get ready. Iron my work uniform and get ready for tomorrow. And sleep because I have to drive to work. I joined in late, but the few I heard has been impactful. Oh, gifts. Thank you. I should be thanking you. I should be thanking you. Yes, but sometimes he nicks me in time, so he became so furious, wanting to beat me with his walking stick. But he is funny. When it's time for me to go home, he doesn't want me to go. Yeah, this is dementia. Hi, Chooks. Yes, guys, let me use this opportunity to remind us, if you are looking for where to do your level 3, I recommend Oval Academy for everybody. I recommend Oval Academy. It is a company you can trust. It's a company that when you do your level 3 with them, you get all the support you need. You can ask your friends who is doing somewhere else. Ask them if they are getting the maximum support they require. Some of them are giving up on the way because the assignments are too much. This is a 1-year course. 1-year course. Okay. So at the moment, Oval Academy is doing a fast track. You have all the support you need to get your assignment done. I am there as well. If you need any help, I'm there as well to help you. I'm not there to write your assignment for you, but I'm there to help you. In case maybe you come across a particular question and you don't know how to go about it. Of course, I teach it. Is either I teach it here, I can give you time and say, come to my Facebook or come to YouTube or come to this place. We'll deal it, we treat the question, you will understand it and you will answer it. They give you all the support you need. So I always recommend, if you are looking for a company you want to do your level 3 with, your level 5, do it with Oval Academy. Still on my NVQ3 process, waiting to start soon with the contact you shared. It's alright. Go on, do it with Oval Academy. I'm telling you, I cannot recommend something that is not good. I cannot. And the certificate is OFCO regulated. It is OFCO regulated. Yeah. So that's it, guys. I'll be logging off. I've spent like 3 hours here, and nobody sent me stars or nothing. But it's fine. That's why I like TikTok, where you can easily send somebody a gift. But it's fine. The goal is that people understand what you are saying and people are passing their interview and they are getting job. That is the goal. We are building a bigger community, not for immediate satisfaction. No. Sometime in the future, somebody in next 2-3 years, and they will come up and say, I got a job because of this lady. I'm coming back to reward her. It's not immediate. No. Somebody will say, I know this lady, and somewhere somebody is saying, I'm looking for somebody that will do this one. I know, I will recommend this. So it's not immediate. No, I'm not expecting any pounds or naira from anybody. Not at all. If anybody asks you for money to prepare you for interview, it is not me. It can never be me. It's a free something. All I need is your ear and to behave well. That's it. We are good to go. Oh, 99 stars. Thank you. Jane, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate so much. God bless. Okay, guys, I'll go off. Blessing. I wish you all the best. Oh, some of us, at the moment, I am not on TikTok. My TikTok has about 67,000 followers, but somebody somewhere is not happy with what I'm doing, so they kept on reporting it, and TikTok found something all of a sudden. I had my baby on my back. That's why I kept, if you are here when I began, I was chasing the boy away. I had my baby on my back, and babies are not allowed to appear on live stream, so they held on to that and they permanently deleted my account. I got a TikTok agent who is working on it, so they said within 2 months they are going to restain it. They are going to restain it. So until they do, I am not on TikTok at the moment. Even I had to, when they blocked that one, I opened another one. Within 24 hours, I had about 1,000 something followers. They blocked it again. I opened another one. That one lasted for like 1 week. It was almost 5,000 followers. They blocked it again. To tell you that people are chasing me anywhere I go. They are chasing me because people need to pass their interview. After they blocked the third one, I gave up. No. I don't know what is happening in Canada now. I'm in the UK, so I don't guide anybody on interview question for Canada nurse. I'm not a nurse. I am a carer. Okay? So that is it. For now, I'm not on TikTok. No business on TikTok. I am on YouTube and Facebook. And any day I will come live. I'll come live both on YouTube and on Facebook. If you have any upcoming interview, maybe by next week, because I'll be going to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll be off Saturday, Sunday. So if you have any upcoming interview by next week, feel free to send me your application file. I can go through it and help you prepare for interview 1-to-1. Is that either we come on live, I will have your file already. I'll be telling you everything on live, or I call you. Some people I call them through Facebook and we go through it. So send me your file. I'm happy to help. Even those that are doing their level 3, any question, whatever you find difficult, let me know. I have done it, so there's nothing there that I don't know. All those modules, I have done it. I've also helped a lot of people to do their own. So that's it. I'm not charging you. If you give me, even people asking for account number, I don't give. If you meet me online, you want to send me stars, I appreciate. But for your money, I don't need your money. Okay? I'm a teacher, professional teacher. Like, I had my TRC and I was teaching before I came here. So this is what I love to do. I'm not teaching it for money or for anything. It's for people to learn, go for their interview, pass, and not get into trouble. Because a lot of people are getting into trouble. People of my color. A lot of people from different places, they are getting into trouble, going to jail on a daily basis. The information you don't have, I have. Some other people have. A lot of us are going to prison on a daily basis because of what they don't know. Look at this lady now. She's from Nigeria, a Yoruba lady. The one that was dragging her client on the neck. What did she say? She blamed it on lack of training. But this is what we do here almost every time. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But people are doing it. So you won't say you don't have the training now. Every day I talk about 4. Don't force, don't do this, don't force anybody. Food, anything. It is an abuse. Don't do it. Well, people still do it. So guys, I have 9 people on YouTube. Oh my, this is my first time coming live on YouTube, and I promise I'll be coming henceforth. So guys, bye. I will see us weekend. Alright? But I'll be dropping videos though. If you have any question, put it under the comment section. I will see it and I will answer. Chooks, take care. If you need number of Over Academy, send me message, whether on YouTube or Facebook. Send me message. I will send you the number. If there is anything, you can come back to me. How do you reach out? Of course, you can reach out to me under any of my videos, comment section. Just let me know. Or you check me on my Facebook. If you're not able to send it on YouTube, you can check it on Facebook. Julie P. Julip. That is my Facebook name. Of course, this is the hair I have. I'm not too. Once you see me there, you will know. Yeah? Alright. Take care. Bye, everybody. Bye.